We've achieved a lot. We've had a community garden put in place. We're working at the moment to develop the derelict land at the bottom of Whitaker Road. For me, I love it when the children become involved, because I think that's great. You'll have noticed yourself when you came today, you know, as soon as they see something going on, they want to take part, whether it's cleaning up some rubbish or planting some daffodil bulbs. Kids are so full of energy and enthusiasm, and to have something positive for them to do rather than, you know, going around making mischief. I think it's good for them, it's good for us, it's good for the estate. That's the part I enjoy.
I think it's very important for the young people to be able to actually take control a bit of what their area looks like, and they have a chance to actually say, no, we don't like this, we'd like this changed, and they can get out there, look at what the problem is and find out how to get rid of it, because then they've got this for life. Then they can now go on and carry on when they get older, and they will know how to report issues through and to solve problems.
Well, basically we just went around the street trying to identify any problems that are like graffiti and litter, and we actually did find some major problems. Like litter is a big problem because of this, the lack of bins and things like that in the local area.
And every day walking to and from school, you don't notice things, but when you're out looking for the problems, you notice it, and there's a lot of things that need changing. We've made a list of everything, so we're going to bring it through to the council and let them deal with it.
I think the biggest thing they learn from it is that they can make a difference to their community. I think we don't do it enough. We don't show that they are in control of their community and their own lives. And I think this gives them a real sort of solid look. They can see things changing. Once they report it within 24 hours, we had problems of graffiti and litter changed, and the people saw it working. So they realise they can make a difference.
As you work with communities on an initial problem, people start expressing other concerns and other aspirations that they have. And so one of the things that we've worked with the Street Champions to do is to enable them to respond to these new community concerns, so that the community can see things happening in response to the issues that it is identifying. So to take one example, people in the community were saying they would like better facilities for recycling. So one of the things that we've been able to do working with the housing department is to provide curbside collection bins for people to put out household waste for recycling.
I enjoy Street Champions. It's a sense of satisfaction and achievement mainly, but it's also a sense of being part of the community, so you actually feel that you're making a difference. Initially it was because there's been quite a lot of rubbish being thrown out by quite a few residents here, so I thought I'd try and do something to put a stop to that.
We've come to Castlevale today to look at a recycling plant. The reason for this is we'd like to set up various recycling plants in our area. Well, it's very important because we've got nothing of this sort in Handsworth and the Lascelles area. We've got these funny can bins and they're not very good for the area. People are dumping in them. So we thought something like an underground plant would be very helpful. Nothing is left around the container. Everything is secured and it's quite safe.
This is an underground recycling facility. It's one of only 11 that we've currently got. This one was put in about a year ago, and it was the very first one that we put in. The difference between this and the ordinary recycling above ground ones is that all the chambers where the material goes is contained underneath the ground, and so the only thing that sticks above the ground is the feed throats, the chutes where you actually put the material in.
Right, just to bring Councillor Hussain and Mark up to date, we went to visit the Castle Vale recycling site this morning. So the pictures in front of you just show you. I don't know, Councillor, if you've seen the sites yet.
This basically is to update me what they have seen in Castle Vale over these underground recycling bins which we're trying to have for our particular area, and also is go around and looking on new sites where we can install these bins, if we are to adopt these proposals. We will, as a council, we will facilitate anything which is going to bring goods to this area. And I think we ought to encourage more people to join this scheme so everybody can look after their own little patch, you see.
We do have a voice now, and people are listening to us, and we can able to speak to the councillors, and they're listening more to us as street champions.
I suppose the idea is relatively simple, and you can see where it comes from. To get a layer of people in a fairly close neighbourhood who are prepared to maybe spend 2 or 3 hours a month doing this sort of work is a huge social asset and gain, and it is simply a question of getting them started, because in due course, once they get organised, they'll be telling us what to do rather than us, training them on how to do things. Human beings are social animals. That's what makes us different and special. And therefore, if you can utilise that and if people work together, you actually get better results all round. And that is the only way forward. There's no other way. We have to get better social infrastructure and better ways of relating to one another and taking responsibility collectively.